Hey guys, it's Amy with the Crafty Cottage or at the Crafty Cottage. I'm here a few minutes earlier. I'm setting up so they can see me on my Facebook feed and I can have your comments. We're going to do two different cards today. I'm using the ridiculously awesome stamp set that's got some fabulous sentiments, and I'm going to create a beautiful background with some of our pretty background stamps. I purchased them during the sale that we had, and I love them. I'm looking for us on Facebook so I can see, trying to find my page, but maybe I need to just get out of it so I can just come back with a clean slate, close everything on my phone. You know how it is. Gotta love computers and technology. Okay, here it says Amy is now live. All right, and we're live. Let me turn the volume down. There we go. Now I can see comments. Woohoo! So if you're here, give me a shout out. I'm a few minutes early, so I just wanted to say hi. And I actually got on time. Woohoo! The last 2 weeks that I've been doing this, it's not been great. So hi to those of you who are joining us. And hi, Sandy. I'm freezing in the craft room though. We had the air conditioner set to like 50, and it's so we can keep the stink bugs at bay, because you know how the stink bugs are. They come out when it gets warm, and well, they're here. So, and I don't like that. But anyway, so we're here, and my computer is, I'm gonna escape from it. Share, whatever. Okay. So anyway, it won't let me see my comments because it's hiding them. I don't know what it's doing. Share, close. I don't want to do that. I don't understand what it's doing. Anyway, it's annoying. Facebook keeps updating crap and I don't like it. So I can barely see comments. Oh, there we go. Now I can see comments. Woohoo! So we're going to be working with Ridiculously Awesome. It's a stamp set. It's got some great sentiments. And I'm going to be using stacked, what's it called? It's called Stacked Stone and Dry Brush Backgrounds. So we're going to use those and make a beautiful fall inspiring card. And I'm also using them with the same colors I've been using. I can't get enough of them. I'm working on a project for some of the girls to do together for Inchies. And so I've been working with these same colors. And y'all are going to get so tired of seeing these colors and go, can't she go with something else? But it's fall and I'm freezing and I just have to use them. The colors we're using today are Crumb Cake, Mint Macaron, Early Espresso, and Cajun Craze, and Very Vanilla. So without further ado, it is now 10:30. My phone just alarmed me to take my medications, which that's done. Yay! So I'm going to flip you all over and we're going to get to the project. All right, here's the card that I did. It is with the dry brush in the background, and it's got the Tasteful Touches with it. So that's what we're going to be using. I have my flowers colored with markers and not with blends. And actually it's colored in terracotta, not Cajun Craze, which I felt it looked better. This one was just my sample, and this is actually in garden green for these little leaves. And so I decided I would cut everything out and I would have it in Very Vanilla. So we're going to recreate this card, and I'm going to do it twice, and we're going to use two different stamps. So without further ado, move on. What you're going to need is, I'm going to do mine so that they open long ways. So you're going to have a sheet of Very Vanilla. It is 8.5 by 4 1/4, and it's scored at 5.5, so it will open this way. And I have two of them because we're going to do two cards. And I'm going to have to sneeze. I know I am. And then we're going to have Very Vanilla at, excuse me, Very Vanilla. I have this cut at 5¼ by 4¼ or 5½ by 4¼ I will trim this down. I have to get the measurements off the card because I wasn't good about writing that down. And I've already got 2 of them stamped with the stacked stone already. And I also have some macaron, which we are going to use this and cut out our backgrounds. If you see in this card, we have a background cut out in very vanilla for our sentiment. And then I have it cut out again, and I'll show you how to put this cute little layer. This one behind here I did in very vanilla, and I took my blends and scrubbed them on that very vanilla cutout like this. And then I cut it in half and expanded it, so it gave that trim around my sentiment. So we're going to do that. And I have extra sheets of very vanilla so we can cut out our sentiments. And then I took half a sheet of very vanilla and I stamped numerous flowers all over. And then I also did our leaves in mint macaron, and so that they would match our color scheme instead of the garden green. And I have all of these cut out. I did these all cut out with my brother's Scan and Cut. I love that thing. It is the most awesome thing on the planet. And I also have extra sheets of very vanilla. Kept a lot of extra paper because, you never know when you're going to need it. So first we're going to start with just coloring up some of these flowers. I have 2 on each card. We're going to color these up, and I'm only going to do 4 because I'm only going to make 2 cards. So, and let's see, I'm going to use the terracotta tile. I like how bright it makes it look on this card. I just think it looks better. All right, let's see here. All right, dropping my pen. So what we're going to do is just color this up. I have stamped this in Early Espresso on very vanilla. So there's nothing fancy done here. I'm just literally going to come in and color it. Now I will take my crumb cake because crumb cake and the terracotta tile are very similar in color. And I will blend some of the terracotta or the crumb cake in with this terracotta tile at the base of the card for these flowers. So we're literally just coloring it in. There's no rhyme or reason. I didn't do anything fancy. I just felt like all the blends and all of that was getting to be too complicated. And I wanted something a little more simple for you to do quickly. You could have a bunch of flowers cut and colored and, just pick up flowers whenever you wanted to make a quick little card, which is generally what I do. I have things stamped and cut out inside my cases so that if I really don't have time to sit and do one specific, then I can use what I have and choose my colors that way. And there we go. I'm just going to color this all in. So Sandy, how is your sewing going today? I saw that you were going to be sewing up some stuff today, and it should be fun. And I'm just trying to get this all nice and neat and colored. We're going to do 2 of these. And if I wasn't live, I could fast forward. But we're live, so we can't do that. The magic of TV does not work when you're live. Okay, I have that one colored in. Now I'm going to take my Cajun Craze, and I'm just going to come in here to these edges right here where it should be really dark. And I'm just going to put a little bit of Cajun Craze in there. Kind of like you would do with your sunflowers when you color those. And I'm not doing it on all of them because they don't all need that. But I just like it where it's really dark to put that Cajun Craze in there to give it that shadowing. You can see I'm not doing a whole lot. Just giving it a little extra color. And this one has the shading on it. These do not. So you can see the difference there. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other ones. I'm going to do at least one more so we can put a card together. And then we'll go on to the others. Oh, and if you watched my World Card Making Day, I just popped in and was working on cards and just was saying hello. If you watched that one, I have the card. I'm going to show you that card that I finished on that day. because I didn't have the finished product. I decided to stop and go to lunch, and I didn't come back because I got sidetracked with the grandkids. It's easy to do when they're home. We had the grandkids, and we had dinner with them that night. It was fun. We've got the kids back in school now full time here. I don't know what y'all are doing in your areas, but it's nice having them in school. My grandson's getting the socialization that he needs because he asked me at the park. They sent him home at 11:30 because of his, what do they call it? An ECU thing that they've got going for him. But anyway, they sent him home at 11:30, so I took him to the park, and he said, Mamie, where are all the kids? I don't know where all the kids are. I said, the kids are all in school your age. Well, why? And I said, because you're getting smarter and you should start being in school with all your friends. And he's like, oh, but I don't want to be in school. And I said, well, that's where all your friends are. They're all in school, just like Liam and Summer, which are my other two grandkids. So, hopefully he'll get there. And I'm sure he will. I'm hoping today his daddy's picking him up because he's home. So I'm hoping he gets some work done like he normally does and gets to go to the park again today or have some fun with Dad, which he doesn't get to have that often, especially not that one-on-one time with Daddy because Daddy works long hours. All right, we've got this one colored, and again, I'm going to come back in here with that Cajun Craze and just add some dark streaks and give it a little color. And I'm not doing anything to the center of these flowers. I think the brown on them with the very vanilla is perfect. I don't think it needs anything else to the center of them. And that's all I did to these flowers. Just colored the leaves and left it be. All right. There's two flowers. We're going to take these two and put them to the side. We'll do those in a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the dry brush like we have on the background of here. So you're going to take, this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm going to use my Stamparatus to move these out of the way so we don't have to see. These are the stamps that we're using, by the way. We're using Ridiculously Awesome, Tasteful Touches, and if we do a second one, we'll use to celebrate sunflowers, possibly, Stacked Stone, and Dry Brush. And I'm using the dies from the So Sentimental dies in here. These dies. They are called Stitch So Sweetly dies. All right, so we're going to use this one. Move these out of the way. And let's stamp this up. Now for the background, I am going to use crumb cake. And because it's on a foam backer, this stamp here is foam with the cling. I don't need to have the foam piece that goes in our Stamparatus. We don't need this. So we're just going to take this, and you can see I've done several of them. I have a little bit of ink stuck on there. Now it's on me, but that's okay. So I'm literally going to put just a tiny touch of adhesive. And where did my big glue gun go? My big glue gun ran away. My husband's been using my office when I had the grandson. So I don't know where the glue gun went. That's not cool. Oh, well, I guess we're just going to have to go and hope it works right. I usually put a tiny bit of self-adhesive that removes, and I leave it in one spot so I know where it is. But we're just going to go right here in the corner. And I'm going to put my stamp, and I'm going to lay it right on top of here. Now, some people like to put it in the corner here, right up here. I don't generally like to do that because it makes it hard to stamp the edges here. I'm not crazy about that. So, actually, turn this way. And we're just going to leave this right here in the corner. You see the 7 and 7 lines. I'm just going to leave it right there. I'm going to take my crumb cake, just regular crumb cake ink, and we're just going to ink up our stamp. And we're just going to come down and stamp it down. And I put a little pressure over the entire stamp. Now I do this a little bit bigger than I actually want on my card because that way I can trim off if we miss any edges. See, we missed edges here, but that's fine. We can trim that off. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the other one as well, since I'm going to do 2 of these. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp it as well. I'm going to put this right back in the same spot. I'm going to re-ink my stamp. And you could do this in any color. I've seen where they've taken this particular stamp and they've done multiple different colors on the stamp itself and stamped it down. And it's come out beautiful. Now, I love this particular look. Just the cream and the browns, they come out so nice with this. Okay, we have them done, and I'm going to go ahead and clean it now. I have my, oh, I thought they were here. They're not right there. They were there. Here they are. They're right here. I have my little chamois, my very well loved used chamois, so I can clean all this off so we don't have ink going everywhere. Because I've been very known for that. I go back into my house and my husband's like, what did you do? I'm like, yeah, just a little inking. I mean, if you look at my thumb here, it is super stained with some early espresso. It will not come off. And I think that might be the Stathon that I got on there. So, okay, we've got this stamped and it's cleaned up now. I'm going to move this out of the way because I don't need it for right now. We'll need it when we do the stack. I think I have the stack already done. Put my chamois back. I do keep my chamois. I have them cut and they're in a little case so they stay moist, which is really nice. Now I'm going to trim up our base. Actually, no, we're not going to trim it. We're going to take our early espresso and we're going to take the flower stamp out of our Tasteful Touches. Hey, Kim, how are you doing this morning? And we're going to stamp this around both of these pieces. Just randomly, how much ever you want. You could do it light. You could do it dark. I tend to try to go make sure I have at least 1 or 2 in the middle. And there's no rhyme or reason how you put these on. You just stamp around, and we're going to do a little trimming. Try to switch it up a little bit here. And that'll be good for this one. And just let this dry up a little bit. You don't want to go trimming it right away. And we'll do the same thing for this one. You're sewing, huh? It's so sandy. That's funny. Sewing must be the thing. I took my yarn out the other day and I was crocheting with the grandson, which I was just combining and adhering my 2 granny squares together. And he's like, oh, Mamie, I need to make something too. Both my grandsons have decided that they want to crochet or knit. So while Mamie doesn't knit, he's like, well, that's no fun. I was like, yeah, it's no fun. It's okay. This one here, and one little bit over there. There we go. And again, I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to go ahead and trim this one, and I'm going to put these to the side. All right, and I brought my trimmer over here, so now we're going to trim it up. So let's see. I'm trying to look and see how big I have this, because, you know, one never makes measurements when they do something, huh? And I have my ruler. My ruler was just right here. I put it away right before I went live. Oh, here it is. Right here in front of me. Isn't that the way it is? Okay, we're going to do this one at 4 7/8. Or 3 7/8, excuse me. 7/8 and 5 1/8. So we go up here, 5 1/8. And see, since I did it a little bit bigger than it needed to be, I was able to cut out the edges that I didn't get done right. So there we go. We're going to cut both of these up now. So 5 1/8. And 3 7/8. There we go. And you could save your little pieces, and you could put them on the inside of your card if you'd like. I'm just going to move these out of our way. Yeah. There's our basis for our card, and we have our flowers for one. And now we're going to trim up our 2 of our sentiment pieces. First, I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And I think I might do one in a little bit. I love this sentiment. So let your faith be bigger than your fear. It is beautiful. I know a lot of people need that right now. Yeah, my crochet's been sitting for 2 years. I still have not completed the project I started when I lived in Louisiana. Let's see. Yes, I think this would be good in brown and blues. It would be good in any color, I personally think, Kim. It would just be beautiful. All right, let's see. What was it? Stamping the sentiment. Early Espresso is my sentiment. And we're doing ridiculously awesome stamp sets. Okay, you ladies, you want to pick a different sentiment? I'm trying to find my sentiment here. What you think? I'm going to do the You Are My Sunshine on the other one. So maybe you got this? What you guys think? We could always do another Let Your Faith Be Bigger Than Your Fear. I know a lot of people that can use that right now. I'm waiting. Let's see. Let's see. This one on the you got this. We'll go with Let Faith Be Stronger Than Your Fear. We'll just do the same thing. All right. And remember, when you stamp this onto your paper, you need to make sure you have enough room to die cut it out. So I'm going to go kind of, always just get the die cut and make sure I have enough room, huh? This is our die cut. So that way I can put it in the right spot. There we go. I really want to send this one to my mom. And then Kim comes in with, You Are My Sunshine. I was going to do the You Are My Sunshine with the sunflowers behind it. Instead of these flowers, I was going to put sunflowers on these stacked. What you think about that, Kim? So we'll get there. Just hold your horses. We can stamp the You Are My Sunshine first. Where's my sentence? Behind me. So let's see. You Are My Sunshine. And I have, we're going to do one of these. Okay, that will be big enough. Good. Okay. We're going to stamp the You Are My Sunshine. And I'm going to kind of go in the middle because I'm going to put it in a bigger die cut. I think that'll work better. There we go. And then we have this little bitty asterisk. What you think? Good? I don't know. Should we put one down here too? There we go. We'll let that dry up a bit and then we'll cut them out. That fits perfectly on that one. There we go. Okay. And we could actually use the other dyes as well from the Tasteful Textures. That would work as well, but I'm just trying to be different and pull more items in. So I'm going to cut out some of these in my mint macaron first. Then we'll cut those out. And I'm going to not show you how to use the die cutting machine. I'm pretty sure most of you know how to use the die cutting machine. So I'm not going to bring it up to the table for you to see it. But I am just going to cut it out. Since you guys know how to die cut, right? All right. So Kim, have you done your squares? I got one set of my squares done. All right. Yeah, I've got 2 die cuts for that. And then we're going to cut these out. So I need my big dies here. I can hear my dog in the tiny house just barking away. My husband went to jog this morning. Don't feel bad, Kim. I've only got one set finished. I'm not going to show you because it's a surprise. All right, we have the You Are My Sunshine all cut out. Then we have our Let Our Faith Be Stronger Than Our Fear. And I'm going to cut that other one out too, because I've got 2 of them. All right, there we go. We've got 2 of them done. Put these away so I can put them up in a little bit. Tim is jogging. He went to Scotts Creek to go jogging around the track there. All right, so now we've got our 2 pieces like this. And we're going to take this. And I'm actually going to sit back down because I still have to do all my stamping. Because, you know, no one can ever sit and stamp. I know I can't. So with this one, I'm going to literally just cut this in half so I can place it right behind here and give it that nice background. Get my glue as everything else falls. Isn't that special? My glue, I ran out of my Tombow because Stampin' Up! Was out of it. So, you know, I'm using my leftover scrappy glue, which tends to be a lot of glue. Right. Just going to put this here on the edge, and we're going to take a little bit on the other one and do the same thing. And I'm going to show you 2 different ways to put this up because I cut out an extra one here. You're probably looking at going, what is she doing with that? So there's that one. And we'll put this one together. Now I've got Cajun Craze to put back behind this. And I have my 2 pieces up here. At least they were up here with all of my paper. And they're not now, of course. So Don't you love that? You put everything together and it always disappears. It's all right, I have more paper. Don't we always have more paper? I'm running out of Cajun Craze though. Okay, I'm really running out of Cajun Craze. Nope, I have a whole nother pack. I just had to break into it. And right while I was doing it, guess what I found? My other two pieces. All right, so we need to trim these up to match that. So it's going to be trimmed to 4 by 5.5, or no, 4 by 5.5, 4 by 5.25. The gremlins, huh? 5.25. This will give just a smidge of the crumb cake right behind it. So you can go ahead and adhere your decorative piece here, your self-created DSP, if you want to call it that. And yes, I have way too much glue because my glue hole is really thick. All right, and I like to have the glue because I'm really bad about making it even, especially when you've got such small areas of trim. There you go. This is going to just go flat down, and I'm going to put my flowers to be on top around it like this. And then we've got our green. Get 2 of these. And do 2 of these. One's going to go just below. And I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this. Oh, I remember the gremlins well. 1, 2, was there a 3 too? I don't remember if there was the third gremlins, but I watched 1 and 2 every time it came on. I mean, I loved it. Okay, now we got this, and I'll put this on. Go ahead and glue this down so that I can put my others on. Probably a little too much glue, that's okay. We're going to glue this down. And then I'm going to take my flowers. And these are going to be pop dotted up because I want them first. Gotta find my pop dots. They're right here. Those I keep in the same spot all the time. So get some pop dots, 2 for each one. And figure out how we're going to put these on here. We have them this way. We go like this. And they need to go underneath it as well, all the way around. This, nope, it's too big. And then this would go just like this. I think I put this too high up, and there's no fixing that, so it's all right. We'll just make it work. So we're going to put these on first. There we go. Put this one. Ah, it's stuck. I don't want it to stick just yet. Do you hate when it does that? There we go. Just like this. Take a little glue. And this can just slide right in. Oh, nope. Those pop dots are in the way. The The good thing about these is I have more room and I can trim this out if I needed to. This is not how I intended for this to look. But it's okay. You see what the original one looks like. The original one's nice. And then we're going to take this and just put it on top of thick cardstock. I've used thick Whisper White or thick Berry Vanilla, I'm sorry. And we're going to put this right on top. Just like that. And this one is not very cute today. And we've been on for 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do with this, since it's over, I'm going to trim off some of this stuff. Kind of level it out a little bit. There we go. Doesn't look really great, but it's all right. We will do another one. I still have this beautiful one to do, and I can put my gemstones on it, but I think I'm going to try to figure out a way to fix that. So we're going to put that one to the side, and we can recreate another one, but I'm going to wait for this one. My sentiment is going to be like this time, instead of using the same shape to put around it, and then I'll do my gems on the side for this one, and I will put it lower and put my flowers on top. That way you can still see the other. But let's try to do the stacked one next, because I want you to see that one. I think it'd be really pretty. I've already stamped my stamp, very vanilla, and I'm going to do the sunflowers with this one. And we're going to do the You Are My Sunshine, because I love the sunflowers. And my favorite one is the big sunflower. So we're going to stamp that on there. Let's see. That shouldn't take a big block out because I want it to fit. And it just goes to show you live TV, people make mistakes, and sometimes there's no fixing them. But, you know, that's just another reason for another embellishment, right? So we've got this stamped, and it is, again, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and we will trim this down. And I'm literally just stamping this sunflower all over this. And there probably will only be 3 or 4 because it is the big sunflower. But I wanted at least one big one in here so that you could see it. There you go. Yeah, we've got our sunflowers stamped. And we're going to do You Are My Sunshine. I'm not sure where I want to put this because it's so big. I'll have to put it cockeyed. I don't know. This one's all new. This one's making this one on the fly. And I'm definitely going to have to put something behind it because it blends in too much. Definitely needs some more mint macaron. Got another sheet of mint macaron. Let's see how this is behind it. Much better. Or should we go this way? Have it on that, and then have the You Are My Sunshine. That. Decisions. What you think, Kim or Sandy? Here is You Are My Sunshine on Cajun Craze, and the background on the mint macaron, or do you want to put You Are My Sunshine on mint macaron and do it like that? This is 2. Or 1. What you think? One or 2? One. Okay, this is 1, right? No, I think this was 1. This way. Okay, so let me trim this up. have a little bit of this. This is 3.5. Trimming up the macaron. There we go with this. And let's trim this up so it will fit. 5.25. 5, 4. Uh-oh. 5, 4. Yay? I think I'm going to do it kind of like that. And I'm going to sponge some color on there, I think. I think the sponging of color. Some early espresso, or let's maybe some macaron. I don't know. Just like that. And this one here, just like. There's no way to, unless we do it this way. There we go. We can do it this way. Make it landscaped. Good? Looks good to me. And I think what I'll do is put a little flower on there. So we'll stamp a sunflower on Very Vanilla and Early Espresso, and we'll color it in. The little sunflower. It's a shame you guys can't show me pictures of what you're making. I'd love to see it. All right, we'll pop this up like this. Now I'm going to take some of that Very Vanilla that I've got, and I'm going to stamp the sunflower, the little sunflower, and color it in. We're going to stamp an Early Espresso to match the rest of the stuff. There we go. And let me get my mint macaron blend or marker. All right, mint macaron. And we've got our other blends here, or other markers here. Let's color this up and see what we get. Ah, the baby should be here any day, right? So we're just coloring this in, and I'm going to come in with some Cajun Craze. I'm using terracotta tile right now to color this in. And I'm not worried if I get out of the lines a little bit. I'm going to trim it with the die cuts that go with this. Now, if I was doing lots of them, if I was doing lots of them, I would do it with my scan and cut. I would cut them all out at one time. My scan and cut has become my lifesaver. All right, so there we've got the coloring there. I'm going to take the Cajun Craze and go back in towards the inside. Just blend some of this out. Because you know that center of that sunflower is really dark. And then I'm going to come in here and just put some streaks where these dark streaks are of this Cajun Craze. Just so it stands out a little better. Looks more natural. Okay. And then I'm going to take my mint macaron and I'm going to color in these leaves just on the edges and on the veins. I'm not really going to go deep into coloring of this. And maybe some early espresso here in the center. Give it a little more depth. And then I think I'll get some crumb cake. And I'm just using markers for this. And I'm just going to put a little crumb cake in here. And I don't want to color the whole thing. I just don't think it needs it. All right. And I'm going to cut this out with the die cuts that go with our Celebrate Sunflowers. As soon as I find those Celebrate Sunflowers. Which we know we have it because I just had it. And underneath the cutting board. Here goes the die. And then we have a sunflower. There we go. Get this out of our way. Teetering with stuff over here. There we go. I think it looks fabulous. Put dimensionals on this. Dimensionals on the back of this. I'm going to do a little color here. Just do around these little lines. I don't know if you can see, but there's a stitched line in here. I actually would have brushed the edges, but I'm going to do a line so it looks like thread going through here. Very faint. colored in the heart with the Cajun Craze. And again, I'm putting it on a piece of thick Whisper White. And boom. What you think? I love this one. I think it came out really cute. And then we have our other card. It did come out so cute. We have my FUBU. And we have the card that I did earlier for your sample. So there you go. There are my cards. I'm really in love with this one. I think I'm going to have to put some gems on it. There we go. Let me actually stick this down. Well, girls, I'm going to let you all go because that is my live today. I am going to see you all on Saturday with our inchies. Hopefully you all will be ready. I know I have 5 of mine done. Oh, I did forget to show you guys the card I made Saturday. I did a quick little live Saturday on just playing around. And one of my biggest pins was a card I did with my gnomes, and I decided to combine it with the In the Pines, and this is the card that I did. And the inside is what is all that I'm happy about. The inside says, "There's no place like gnome for the holiday season." So this was the card I did on World Card Making Day. I just wanted to peek in and let you all see that too. You all have a wonderful day. I will see you all on Saturday. Bye, ladies. Let me bring you back to my ugly mug. Yay! Now you can see my ugly mug. I will see you Saturday, Kim and Sandy, and I will have my inchies ready. I can't wait to have that, and I hope you enjoyed the card and it inspires all of you to have fun. So I will actually have this on a blog post and put it on my YouTube channel as well. And the new hostess code is up on my blog. So that's all I've got for you today. I don't actually have the hostess code right now, but I will get it to you all. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to go out and spend some time with my husband. Bye. See you next time.